guys, it's your boy Kenny with Jdm Muscle, and we're actually in a car, which is a little weird. We're not in the garage. I'm actually with my buddy Mark right now in his 2021 Subaru Sti. And guys, this is not just any Sti, so I'm just gonna kind of lean back, enjoy it. He's gonna tell you about his car, and from there, yeah, I'll just let him take control. Otherwise, guys, we are shooting on the brand new GoPro 11 Black, so I hope you like the footage. Otherwise, this is his 21 Sti.
Hey, thanks for having me, Kenny. Yeah, so my name's Mark. This is my 2021 Sti. I go by 2021 Ghosty on Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, check it out.
I'll tag the link at the bottom.
Thanks. Yeah, so I bought this car after I had a 2020 Sti that was unfortunately involved in an accident, so I ended up getting this one, and I swapped out the 257 for an IAG 750 short block, and that was hooked up by BCP in Livonia. Yeah, and this thing runs about 500 to the wheels, so yeah.
That's 500 to the wheels, guys, not to the crank.
Nope.
So
to the wheels.
Stock, what does a Sti make? 305?
I believe it makes 315 at the crank, probably getting like 280 to the wheels with that, and that's on like 18 pounds of boost, I believe. This is running 27 at peak.
Okay.
27.
Now, what all did you have to upgrade to get to 500 wheel horsepower?
So the IAG short block, the 750 short block, was the first big purchase, you know, on the list of items. All the forged internals, you know, connectors, pistons, everything. The OEM heads only needed to be machined and kind of just resurfaced, and then they were just ready to slap back on the to the engine block. Fuel lines, because I also switched to 85 flex fuel, so I can use 93 and 85. Fuel pump, fuel lines. You have your air oil separator, because I'm running a hotter, you know, setup. A big front mounted intercooler from ETS. A bigger oil pan in general, just because, you know, Subarus tend to have that oil starvation. But yeah, a lot of the supporting mods really was almost as much as financially as the block itself.
Now, when we talk a little bit of money financially, if somebody's looking at a this body style Sti and they want to make 500, what does it cost? Are we talking hundreds of dollars or thousands?
It's going to be in the tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands.
It's very difficult to do 500 wheel on a stock OEM 257. It's very difficult to do that. But if you go the route I did, IAG has performance packages that you can buy different, you know, different levels. For also different Subaru motors, like if you want an FA version or an EJ version, they've got you covered. For my build, for the 750 short block, with all of the labor and time and everything, it's around $40,000, which is just under the actual cost of the car itself. So,
ouch.
We're sitting in an $80,000 car.
Jesus.
Insert Fast and Furious reference.
Yeah. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal.
But otherwise, he did let me know, still stock 6-speed, stock axles, stock drivetrain. So guys, that is all just motor. So really, you could spend, what, another 20,000 if you wanted to keep building?
You could, yeah.
20 plus?
There's room to go up. If I wanted to throw on a bigger turbo than what's on there now, because I got rid of the VF48 original turbo, there's a slightly bigger one on there. So if I wanted to actually push this thing to the 750 that it can handle, really all I need is, you know, fuel accessories, probably a bigger pump and injectors, and then a bigger turbo, and then the engine can safely handle 750 to the wheels. That's what this block is built to do.
It's exciting, guys. I haven't been in a Subaru, of course, since I sold mine a couple years ago, and I haven't been in a new body style at all. The only thing I know about this car is that I had actually met Mark when we ran into each other on the highway one day, rainy. I was in the Benz, he was in this, and we played. So at the time, I won that one, but now he's making real power to the wheel, too.
I didn't even know it was you until later on. I think it was your cousin or somebody who had that Sylvia that they imported.
Yep, a buddy has a S14 Sylvia, yeah, real Sylvia.
That thing is so clean.
Yep.
I think I follow him on Instagram as well. Dante is his name, right?
Yeah. Yep. Lives in Allegan.
Super cool guy, dude.
Yep.
I don't know if this camera will pick up some of the internal noises from the engine, but you can get some of that. Wait, there's 4th there. So you've got that external wastegate.
What brand's that?
The external wastegate, I don't remember. I want to say it's Killer Bee. I'm not entirely sure. I've got a whole list of stuff from BCP.
And the motor looks good, guys. I'll do a zoom in on the motor. That way you can see all the parts. All the pretty goes fast. It's a ripper. It's a ripper.
Got a heavy twin disc clutch.
Oh, you can feel it too.
I think you can kind of smell it too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, she's got that turbo flutter. Yeah, we hit about 25 pounds of boost on that. I could have pushed it a little harder. But yeah, 0 to 60 time significantly improved over your OEM time.
What is the difference?
I want to say almost 2 whole seconds.
Wow.
I want to. I mean, like I said, I haven't really accurately measured it.
Yep.
It's tough to do it on a closed track. But yeah.
Do you ever play with the diff?
No, I'm not confident enough to know how to really work that to my advantage. I know that I can adjust it either on the fly, or I can adjust full on front, rear, however I want. I'm not confident enough. Not really sure how I would do that. I kind of like how it is, being kind of true to the original sequential or symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it felt great. Feels great.
Kind of throws you back into your seat comfortably. If you're heading to Trader Joe's or to Costco, this will get you there and back quickly.
Yeah, so I had watched a video at one time. They said that it was once you lock the diff, it was pull 2 back.
Okay.
I didn't know why. I guess it was pulling a little bit off the fronts to put it to the wheels and back. But same thing. I didn't know either.
Yeah, I know that it's a digital version. You can basically just kind of push button. You can put, if you leave it in auto mode, you can still kind of adjust it from the auto mode, and then you can put it in manual, and it's like pretty much fully customizable. But like I said, I'm not confident enough to really want to mess with that. For just daily street driving, I do plan on taking this to places like Gingerman, Grattan, and other places, and I might educate myself a little more and figure out what'll work best for that. But for now, I kind of just leave it where it is.
Otherwise, you do have the comp tuner.
Yes, yeah, that's really great for telling me my ethanol final percentage, which is really helpful if I want to put those big numbers up there. Coolant temp, always a good one. And then just how much boost I'm pushing, and then there's a few other things that I have on there to kind of keep track. Your standard, metrics and stuff like that. But
does it do a quarter mile?
Yeah, there's a feature for your 0 to 60 time and for your quarter mile time. I guess we could do that. I've never done it before. We could do that.
I didn't know if it did it.
Yeah. So there's a separate menu. Yeah, performance. So it's got your 0 to 60 time here, and that comes straight from Cobb, already programmed in there. So you've got a 0 to 60 function, and then you've got your quarter mile function, and it's basically just like a logging feature that just tells you basically from 0 to X, what your time is. I've used it for 0 to 60 before, and it's pretty good, but you kind of have to have Colin McRae for just a day, you know? Just to go flat out and just get that car going sideways. That's the only thing I would do different. I love this car, and she's a high-powered grocery getter. She's a sweet daily, but I think I would do this over again in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
And anybody watching this channel, you know you would too. I think that's kind of the thing when you're a car guy. You just try not to think about the money we're putting into our cars. Once it's spent, it's money spent. You know, even though when we go to sell it, you've lost most of your money and you don't get it back, but
Unfortunately.
it's who we are. You choose your chassis and you just kind of build it.
Oh, yeah.
It's no different with the SR or an STI, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You just you fall in love with it and you build it.
I think for the life of this car and for my life, I'll keep this car, maintain her as good as I can, you know, but it may sound cryptic, but I definitely want to be buried in this car when I die of old age.
And guys, this car only has 32,000 miles.
Yeah.
So it is still a new car. So when those cars that people are building with 200,000 miles on it, his car does have 32,000 miles. So it is a built motor with low mileage. So it's not like grabbing one, you know, trying to afford it and then still building it all the way up and, you know, having to pray your motor doesn't blow up. That's one of the scariest things is every time getting in a boost, the worry of, is my car going to blow or is it going to be okay? He is not worried about it at all. The place that built it out towards Detroit, it is BCP.
Boost Controlled Performance.
He said they work directly with IAG, which is all Subaru stuff, so he's pretty trustworthy on at least his 500 horsepower at 27 pounds.
True that, yeah. It's a closed deck engine and it can handle that boost, and that's usually what blows motors up, I think, is, you know, you don't have a fully closed deck motor block, and that boost just rips right through the cylinder walls. So yeah, this is a pretty reliable, trustworthy 500 to the wheels on E85.
500, guys. So he does live, if you watch my channel, of course, we're in the Plainwell area. I know he plays, so if you see him on the highway, I don't know why if you entice him a little bit, you won't get a little action, if that's what you're looking for.
I'll humor you.
Uh-huh.
But I like to be safe on the road, but I'll give you a good show. And if you happen to pass me up, hey, give me a wave and give me a shout out.
Yes. Like I said, I'll tag Instagram, everything in the bottom of this description. I'll try to put as much as I can on his car once he sends it to me. And please, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this footage. And I'm happy that he allowed me to make this video on his car. I know that not everybody is so friendly in the car community, and I hope that, you know, maybe we can bring everybody back together, be a little bit of family like I feel like it used to be. Now it's just more of a toxic car culture where we just talk shit. I might not have a Subaru, but I love Subarus. I don't care if you have a Camaro, a Skyline.
I love the 350Zs, by the way. I love them.
Yes, we just love cars. So I hope you guys like this video. Otherwise, this is probably going to be the outro. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and
hit that throttle.
I hope you can hear that, guys. It's a little cold to have the windows down. I know it says 50 in Michigan. It ain't 50 today.
No.
So peace out.
Thanks for having me.
And until next time, of course.